is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another live stream on the VapeTrainGaming channel. So tonight we are working on trying to get a good Orserk, because I have a breeding scheme to incorporate my my thwack and my Rayhounds all into an Orserk. So that is what we are working on. Got Orserk's breeding over there. Do need to go back and find some more Relaxosauruses and stuff. Yo, what's up, Josh? How you doing? Make sure you smash that like button. Oh, what's up, Chuck?
How's it going?
How you doing?
Another day.
Yeah, another day, another dollar. Another day, another 50 cents.
Definitely feels like it.
Yeah, it does. Another 50 cents out of your bank account. You thought they were paying you. No, 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 no. Really wish Discord didn't mess with my hotkeys. I mean, it's all a breeding scheme if you really think about it. I mean, it's just naturally built into our code, man. Garbage. Ooh, that's a damn good Rayhound right there. I mean, yeah, John, I played Project Zomboid enough. All depends on what type of zombie game you're talking about, and whether I already own it or not. But at the same time, I'm going to be playing this game for fucking 100 streams, so... it's going to be a lot of fun!
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. What are you guys doing with all this shit? God damn it. Okay, so kind of got this little semi set up. Gonna do more to it, but I don't know yet. This guy there, Joshua. Yeah. I looked at some of the stuff on that too. Seems like it'd be a lot of fun. That was not where I was planning to shoot. What the fuck?
chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that
Hello there, Joshua. Oh, it's like I mean I can't say that with some games because you can't always just base it on graphics. It's like if it has genuinely a solid story or anything like that, I can deal with just about any graphics. Why is it so loud? Nothing like sending a bunch of OP pals to do this low-level shit so I get like 500% the reward. Okay, so that's all situated. Let's go double check the food at the other bases, and then we're gonna probably run off and go try to do the next boss. I finally upgraded my base until it is requiring of the oil extractor, so is it immediately? Okay. Seems like doing okay on this shit. Let's get some more salads made. Alright, so they should be good on that. Hop over here. Let's go check and see what that was. Oh, it's an asteroid. Or meteorite. I hit that bitch so quick he disappeared. Yeah, this weapon's a lot more effective. Yeah, Orange Man's is full of shit. Just in general. I'll be right back. Gotta get another beer. Another burp. Well, I mean, it's not all about story. It's like I have a bad habit of becoming a loot goblin. Loot goblin and like to hardcore breed things. I'm very much hoping that this game was going to win the focus vote, mainly because I wanted something with like husbandry. So like raising shit and making them do stuff, and I mean, I guess this kind of works, not nearly in depth with what I want, because I could just shoot them all in the face. Okay, so they're good on food. And I'm good on burr. I mean, have you played through all the new stuff, John? Like all the stuff over the last couple of years? I mean, considering the fact that there's a fuck ton more here than was whenever I first started playing it, so like probably gonna be able to, you know, keep me occupied for a while, as long as I try not to play off of stream too much. Yes, I did. And it's actually one of my favorite games. I really wish they, like, I really thought about playing the next one, but like never had the finances to add it to my library. But at the same time, I don't know, a lot of the stuff I end up playing can be like multiplayer online stuff, and so this is what I'm doing. Okay, so they seem like they're doing okay. Are they just eating ingredient? Oh yeah, nope. They are not doing okay. I'm barely even gonna get a chance for that shit. Ugh. I mean, it sounded like it was gonna be fucking good. Now it's like I just never had the finances for it, so I never ended up playing it. God damn it. I need to bring a buffer to get this rolling better, because they're not going to be able to do well on just that shit for now. Let's go make a buffer. Yeah, it's like I find it a shame because there's like so much about Horizon Zero Dawn that I firmly believe they could have made it into something along the lines of like Ark, basically. They could have basically done the robot version of Ark and keep you locked in somewhat primitive to a point, like, because there's a certain point where whenever you've progressed too far into something that everything else becomes obsolete and it's no longer worth playing. Like, I think that was one of the biggest downfalls with Ark, is them introducing all the tech shit. Oh, for Horizon Zero Dawn or Ark? Because Ark had an interesting story, too. Okay, so I need to make a food buffer. Or do I already have a food buffer. We will make it so the pizza and the omelet are food buffers, and it will allow them to start basically saving up the food that's being generated so they can actually make the better food. Ark Survival Evolved. Ark Raiders actually looks really fucking good. I'm definitely going to consider getting into that. It's like, if I ever have actual finances. Okay, so they will start to eat less, or more singularly, because these things restore more. And then the carrots and the onions can build up so you can actually craft the other stuff. Ark Raiders to me just looks really interesting because it seems like people went into it thinking that it was just going to be a drop-in battle royale type shit, but they didn't realize that it was going to be extremely PvE heavy too. So like, people had to adjust their expectations and realize what the game was there for. I mean, both of the arcs actually had kind of revolutionary gameplay shit. Okay, where is the next boss? All the way over in the desert. Into the desert we go. Well, the thing about it that's groundbreaking is the way they program the AI. It's like there's a lot, they put a little bit more into it than they normally do, so they kind of like adjust and learn. Like, yeah, you can cheese them, like you can cheese every fucking enemy in any video game. Like, all of them have a cheese point. But like I'm saying, like, just people weren't expecting it to be PvE heavy. So they were all expecting, oh, it's just a drop-in battle royale, and they're like, nope, wait, we have to deal with all this shit. It's like, why is all this trying to kill me? I think they really just like it because it's an opportunity for collaboration. That makes sense. Like, hey, we could be killing each other, or we could kill this robot that's about to kill both of us. Eh? Like, lots of opportunities like that. Lots of opportunity of betrayal as well. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. I guess I should have this on. Maybe I'll get lucky and get another really good one. Bitch, just get in the goddamn ball. I didn't say... Definitely not the correct stuff to be out hunting these with. Yeah, Ark Survival Evolved was awesome. I'm hoping people actually start to learn that a lot of the times you kind of just get fucking scammed. I mean, hell, look at fucking Trump phone. How well is that shit going? I was like, considering the fact that basically Elon and Trump now have beef, so it makes it so Elon doesn't want to take his contracts anymore. I wouldn't want to take a handout from anybody either who will turn around and use it on me later. That's just not good business. Hello there. Just a regular egg. It's like, oh, those are people. And that is a chest that I don't have a key for. God damn it. Oh. Oh. This is one of these. Lylene? I think you're going to be the one for this one. Oh, this one takes watering. Well, geez. Whatever am I going to do? Bloom for me. Nothing good. I'm gonna go ride my desert fish. Yeehaw. Okay. Well, this should be fun. I don't remember what type of enemy this is, but I guess we'll find out, right? Probably fire. I'll assume that just because we're up here, but at the same time, there was the other guy who had the electric. But, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It's fine. 149? Yeah, I think we got this. We'll find out, though. So. Oh, yeah. Especially considering, you know, all the crazy liberals out there destroying Teslas. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, it's all just a fucking horrible shit show right now, in every sense of the word. Guy has a lot of money. Got it. Yep, fire. Okay, so we'll throw everything we got at him, and then throw the water. Oh, nope. That was not who I wanted to start with, but you know what? We're going to start with him. Oh. I'm getting too involved in this battle. Whoop. Yeah, I know that attack way too well. What are you doing, you short, stubby-legged bastard? Ooh. Reckoning when you finally get an attack off, that's for damn sure. Get him, Munchie! Oh, that was shocking. You know what's really funny? That's not normally what happens, though. It's like not whenever it happens with a, you know, blue president or something like that. You really don't have to worry about it. It's not like they're gonna come and take all your guns, because fucking the left owns them too. They just don't build their personalities around it. Aha, you didn't even break my shield, bitch. I'm gonna just stay on this side of the wall and let my tiny blue corgi, weird seal corgi thing, deal with them. Oh man, that water shot technique is the one that deals like the most damage to him, and you missed! You missed, you fucker! See, but that's the thing. How often did y'all say that about Biden? Did that ever happen? No. They said the same thing about Obama. And it just... They still fucking did what they could. That's like the funniest thing is just watching how Trump has no actual sway nor control over 90% of the nations out there that he thinks that he has as much pull as he did. Thinks he has more pull than he actually does. Now, Putin doesn't give two flying fucks about him. Like, every time there's, like, a partial agreement, like, they fucking break it. Israel doesn't care. He just, every time there's an agreement, fucking breaks it. China just hasn't really turned around and been like, you know what, we really want to pick a fight or anything right now. They're like, we don't really fucking care. They're like, just don't get in between us too much, between us and Taiwan. And of course, Trump's like, yeah, sure. No, we won't fuck with you. Y'all do what you're doing. Why didn't you pay attention to it back then? Is it only because you were not able to vote in the first place or something like that? Because you were like young? I don't know. I don't know how old you are. Alright, Munch, you've done great. Let's get the water one out. Has that fucking horrible laser. Jesus Christ. Go, Darkfire shit. Oh. Nope, you don't get to deal that damage. Sorry. Whip your ass. Too bad you're up too high. Did you just not want to vote during any of it? I can't say anything. I didn't vote. I didn't vote in any of the first 2 races that Trump was in. I didn't vote at all. I was stupid. I probably should have made sure to put my 2 cents in. Life is a balancing act, though. Like I was having this conversation with people earlier, it's like, I think in order to vote someone, you should be able to name, like, the policies that they're trying to put in. Like, I think you should know the candidate that you're voting for before you can vote for it. But of course, that would interfere with people's right to vote. And, you know, of course, that's not a good standard that they all want us to set ourselves to. I mean, it should be default, but see, I can agree that the federal government should never overstep the bounds of state government. Like, they should not violate their state constitutions or anything like that. I can believe that. But there's a part of you that can't just let people do whatever they want. Like, you can't just be like, oh yeah, we're gonna stay back. It's like, I'm sorry, you pass a law that fucks up a bunch of people and does all this stuff, or y'all allow someone to rule like a dictator in your state. The United States has no reason to let you be able to do that. And that's the reverse on either. It's the same in any direction. If an independent one and they ended up like going like overboard on things, then yeah, the rest of it should step up, put them in their place, and make sure that they can't fuck shit up. That's literally that's literally the whole point of our Constitution, is to have that framework so that you have checks and balances. Even though, yes, for countless years, the government has been extremely corrupt on both sides. It's like, my vote will always fluctuate based on what the people are running for, like what they're doing, instead of who they are, who they know, or anything like that, or how much funding they got. Like, I don't give a shit if you got a lot of funding. Be a decent politician. I know that's like asking to be an honest lawyer, but that's really all I hope for. And it's like, I fully believe that if you weren't, you should get held to the highest extent of the law, even while you're in office. Why was there food? Okay, so we're gonna make this exceptionally clear. There will be no food and no ingredients in this box. I don't know why y'all would put that shit in there. Oh, that reminds me. Do I have food? No. So let's go ahead and keep that then. Which part? I haven't looked at Minnesota recently. Honestly, it's like over the last month and a half, I've just been kind of like steadily disconnecting because I'm like, I don't want to hear how we're getting screwed left and right still. Ooh. And that was a good one. Well, semi-good one. Not the best, but I think I did just recently get the best, didn't I? I don't remember. We will check them all anyways. I mean, all of it's corruption and stuff, dude. I mean, it's also not like it's the first multi-billion corruption scandal that's been in our government, whether it's been on the right or left. I feel like I could probably trade some of these out. What do you have? You're Logan Foreman and Glutton. You don't even have anything fucking good. Why am I even breeding you? Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see. So we probably just start breeding Orserks together. Let's see, which ones have we gotten recently? You can get that. Worst thing you can ever do is actually trust a politician. It goes for any politician. Okay, so what are these? This one is Vampiric and Diamond Body. This one is the other ones. So we're trying to get the best one we can get out of them, which hopefully will be like all the three really good crowd. Just a single Vampiric, apparently. Alright. My question is for you, John. Do you remember his first term? I know you said you didn't really pay attention during a lot of that, but do you remember any of his first term? Yeah, no, those people are the constant sycophants. They are definitely not the ones you want to listen to. Because they're going to be the ones that basically screw us. Because they're supposed to be kind of like his voice of reason. And it's like, what is it, administration normally ends up being. Like, that was the greatest part about the first term. First term, he actually had quite a few people that were like, no, you can't fucking do this. And he was like, all right, I won't do this. And then later on, people find out about it and we're like, he was trying to do what? So it's just one of those, like, they do it a lot. This administration especially is nothing but sycophants. I have never seen the president have a cabinet meeting ever in the past almost 40 years. Never have I seen a cabinet meeting that fucking sucks up to the president with every other breath. That is some, like, blatant, like, what the fuck? Like, that drives me crazy. Every time I see it, it's like, if it wasn't for your leadership, we wouldn't be here. And it's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, every other time, it's like, oh, thank you, Mr. President. If it wasn't for your leadership, you're doing such a great job. It's fucking so stupid. Oh, thank you for sitting in your office and just going to the fucking golf club every fucking day. Because you've done so much. Oh, he's asleep again. I cannot help but laugh at the irony of how often he's fallen asleep. No. So that hit him towards the end of his term. So, no, he doesn't get a pass on that. Yeah, but what about being the party of the jobs? The party for jobs. Like, talking about creating employment and all this other things, but yes, fire those couple thousands of people. Like, come on. That doesn't do anything good. Like, I get it. There are times when things need to be completely redone. That is a different scenario. It's not you come into something that's pre-existing and you go ahead and just cut it down real low and then turn around and try to, like, partially rebuild it. No, fuck that. You demo the whole thing and you remake it. If that's what you want, extend an offer to all the employees, demo the whole thing and move on. Well, back then, so take into account the way it went back then was him coming in, trying to do a bunch of stuff that he couldn't do, tried to do this whole thing with the wall, and then you had Steve Bannon that turned around and stole, what, $1 billion or something like that from Trump supporters, and then he goes to trial, and Trump continues his bullshit. And he doesn't really do anything instructive. He, like, kind of messes with some of the trade deals and stuff. The funniest thing is this presidency, when he was like, the person who did the fucking trade deal with Canada was fucking stupid. And it's like, motherfucker, you were the one who did the trade deal with Canada in your first term. The Democrats, when they came in, they didn't wipe clean everything you did. They didn't go through and remove everything you did. They looked at what you did, and they're like, okay, a few of these make sense. We're just going to leave these. Like, and then he's like, oh, the fucking trade. It's like, dude, you did it. It was your trade deal. Like, it's like, ugh. And he does that constantly with shit. And I'm sorry, you can't drop prices of things over 100%. Simple fucking math. So you're not dropping prices of things for 200 to 500 to 750%. You'd be paying your customers to come to you. That's just basic math. Like, I don't fucking get it, dude. Staring at that screen for far too long. Okay, so I need gunpowder, which I don't think I have much sulfur. I can do some. Not much, though. See, and that's the thing, though. Like, didn't pay attention back then. So, my thing is like, as I was saying before, it's like you need to know about the candidate before you vote for them. Anybody who was casting a vote should always look into the background of whoever they choose to, you know, vote for. Always. It's like that's one of those things that I feel is like a bare minimum for casting a vote. Like, there should be a way to be like, do you know anything about the guy you're voting for? No? Well, then you get a half a vote then, or something like that. That's like the other downfall is they tried so hard to try to like tag all of the left as horrible, all this shit, right? See, but that's the thing. What do you agree with if you don't actually know what they're running on? They tell you it's talking points. Talking points tell you just a general idea of what they're talking. Where's this healthcare plan? Where's the healthcare plan that was supposed to take over the ACA? Like, where's all that? He all during the first term he told, I have a plan. It's gonna come out in the next couple of weeks. It'll come out next month, and then it just never fucking came out. It's like, the thing is if you agree with someone 80% at the point, even if your future looks bleak, you should always take a moment to really look into it with everything you do. Because if, like, let's say you're just trying to buy a stereo, right? You have a couple of your friends that always buy the most expensive shit, right? And yeah, their stuff is always great, but they don't pay attention to the other, like, the other models that are much better and they save a bunch of money. Always. Like, you should always do some research on something before you commit to it. So it's like, why not research the people before you date them? Like, kind of look into them just a tiny bit, like not even a Google search. Just kind of look into it. If you're going to invest a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of your voice into something, you should always take a moment and research it. And you never have just two choices. I was like, there's always independence, there's always stuff like that that you can vote for. But you would actually have to take the time to look into them to see if they even have a chance. Man, I have dealt with nothing but health issues, brain tumors, devastation, rebuilding my life constantly. The future always looks bleak. It always looks like it's going to be a hard grind. That's just what you do, though. Like, no matter how bleak it looks, you put forth the effort. Yeah, okay, so, but that's the thing. That's the thing. Realistically, you should be able to go off of what a person says. Yes, more than enough times politicians have told you sweet nothings into your ear to get your vote just to not fucking do it. You know, I know like more than enough candidates in so many different areas that have done that. Like, hell, you look at Obama. He you know, a lot of the stuff that he wanted to get done, he couldn't get done, but he got done a decent amount of what he was trying to do. But it's just one of those, you listen to what they say. You pay attention to whether they actually have a plan, like an actual formulated official plan, because people who are just flying by their seat of their pants shouldn't be in government. You need to have a plan. It's like infrastructure. You can't just be like, well, I'm just going to put a road here and a road here and a road here. And it's like, oh, well, where are these roads going? Oh, they're all just going off that cliff over there. It just seemed fun at the time. That, you know what? That may be completely true. So, I thought that more than enough for the longest time, that I didn't need anybody's help. I was raised hardcore fucking Republican. Like, to the point where I felt more ashamed with the thought of getting food stamps than, you know, deciding to get some of the money back that I've paid into the government. Like, that's the way you should look at it. It's like, if you've been working for over 20 years, you've paid a lot in fucking taxes. So you should be able to get something back if you need it. Like, just in general. So, but there's a difference between being politically correct and having tact. Tact is one of the biggest things people seem to lack in their life, is being able to look at a person and basically tell them to go fuck themselves with a smile on your face, and they don't know whether they should be mad or not. Most people don't have that ability. They don't have the tact to be like, oh yeah, all right, well, you're such a big boy, aren't you? All right, bye. And just like walk away from a situation. Like, people allow their ego and shit to rule them more than anything else. Either way, knowledge is always power. If you go and you look at one source, go look at 5 or 6 others to see where the similarities lie, and then make a better adequate judgment. Like you were talking about, seeing things from both viewpoints. That's where you really gotta do. It's like, you've got to go and look into things, and it's like, if a lot of it is all coming back with one thing, and then even the government is coming back with one thing, it's like, that's fucking real. Like, what do you think? What do you think we've been? Do you not? Okay. So someone hasn't paid attention in history class. A lot of the times that's what we were. It's only semi-recently, because the world has started to structure itself better and realize the boundaries that we should not cross to violate each other. That's the only reason why it's gotten soft on that end. At the same time, we've spent so many years just shooting ourselves in the foot because we're fucking dipping our fingers into places we shouldn't. Well, it's like, literally, the entire war in Iraq and stuff like that. 20 years. A 20-year fucking war that ended up spreading into places we never should have fucking pushed into in the beginning. But it's just one of those, we do that. You fuck with us, and we, like, you fuck around, And you equally and normally immensely more find out. We have a very bad habit of going well past what was done to us. Very badly. Yes, we've always been the fuck around find out. But the downfall is the fuck around find out people are normally the ones that eventually become the police because they're the ones who are setting the boundaries everywhere. They're like, hey, don't fuck with this. They're buddies of ours. Don't fuck over there. They're friends of us too. Like, we're already that. We've always been that. So having a loudmouth, ignorant, fucking raging cunt sitting there spouting off everything, ruining alliances that have been around since well before I was around and well before this fucking president was around. Like, why are you screwing up our alliances? Why are you messing with the people that we have always had their back and they have always had our back? Why are we doing that? There's no reason for you to turn around and fuck our allies. And doing that, like, with straight through the fucking gate, ruining every trade agreement you have with any country in the entire fucking world. That's bad. You turn around and tell a country that has been attacked by a larger nation and has kept them at bay this entire fucking time. You are telling them to surrender and give shit up. That's not American. That's not American at all. It's like our entire country was forged off of opposition like that. No. Fuck no. Okay, so I just beat the shit out of that boss. Apparently there's another one, but I can now make we literally have been bankrolling a good chunk of the world just because of the fact that we can. That's literally been what's been going on for the past, like, 60 years. At the same time, you got to understand those agreements that we go into with other nations normally have additional stipulations that have a chance that they're going to cost us more or cost them more. It all depends on who's the stronger suited. So we all come to an agreement, and it's like, is it supposed to be an even exchange if you're there protecting someone? If I, like, stop a lady from getting, like, purse snatched, and I give her stuff back, do I sit there and I'm like, where the fuck's some money for me? Like, no. That's fucking bullshit. As I was saying, though, it's like that's another thing. And it's like the way it's always presented is like, oh, well, these guys aren't pulling their weight. And it's like, we made additional agreements that we would fund additional stuff. Like, there's more in the background than that. Yes, we pay more in, but we did it for additional benefits with prior deals. Like, the fuck? But you gotta understand that also the relations between the USA and NATO allies is a completely separate agreement from multiple different things that he fucking demolished walking into office. Like, okay. Okay, but John, take into account who added the most to that debt during their presidency. Donald Trump. The first presidency, he added over like $8.7 trillion to the deficit, more than any president prior. Yes, I agree. But also, where is that VA station that he was planning to build? Instead, he built Alligator Alcatraz instead of building the VA hospital and support thing that he was planning to build. And it's like, why are they sending what is it, $40 billion to fucking what's the name of that country? Like, it's like with the whole thing with the farmers, dude. Like, why are we sending all this money to our competition in the soybean farming industry? Like, why would you put that money to beef up their economy instead of helping our farmers? Yeah, Argentina. But I'm saying, like, you could easily have been like, the tariffs only apply to these specific crops, but y'all can continue to buy soybeans at the cost that you were doing before. Like, fucking simple. Would have kept our farmers happy, would have made everybody good. China would still be getting their shit. Argentina was still getting sales, but just not from China. Like, we got them eggs to hatch. Also, people really need to look at this super closely. How is it he gets gifted like $400 million plane, right? That we're gonna have to invest almost $1 billion into to retrofit to make it so that he can use it. And then all of a sudden, that same country that gives him the jet all of a sudden are going to be able to train their air force on our own military base. No. You need someone who is going to make the changes and make results. Because the tariffs have not done well for us at all. And he talks about sending out that check. There is no way the amount that they've... So, looking at the numbers of the tariffs and how much that we have accrued from it, there's no way he could send out the money that he's talking about. And even when reporters asked him about, oh, hey, how are you going to send out that money? He's like, I don't know, we'll find a way. And it's like, where's the money coming from, dude? And it's like, why would you turn around? So... If you paid attention in history and you look back at Reaganomics and all that other stuff about turning around and being a bailout to prop up, you know, the big multi-billion companies that are there that are price gouging American citizens, Trump basically did the same thing with Big Beautiful Bill, except it's worse because it actually targets the regular people in America. So, not only did we, what was it, like $4 trillion in tax cuts for the rich, okay? You believe that? Seriously? You mean the Department of War? Like, seriously? It's going to be added to his personal library after he's out of office. He was gifted a fucking plane. Boeing doesn't have a shortage if the president says we need a better jet. He wants to talk about American industrial complex and everything like that, trying to build up stuff. How about you turn and you look at Boeing and be like, I need a new jet. Make it happen. You know, and don't let that dumbass who didn't screw things in well enough last time on your last crash do it. He stated that he will be taking it with him. He stated that it is going to be added to the Donald Trump library. That means it's going to be his. At the same time, why would he allow people to train their Air Force out of our military bases? Why would he sell the most technically advanced fighter jet to the same place? I was like, oh, he loves to do as much shit as he can on the way out the door. Like, he turned around and he tried to sell a bunch of federal land to fucking oil companies and shit like that so that they could start drilling and stuff on the way out the door. And, yeah, not to mention Kushner getting, like, what was it, like, $3 or $4 billion so that he could be the voice for Saudi Arabia. And he didn't question that at all. He just, yep, go right ahead. Trust me, there is a giant pile of shit that you really need to go read into about what happened during his first term. You really need to go back and research a lot of this stuff, because it's like, we all knew about the bankruptcies and all the horrible shit that he did before he was even elected the first time. Like, bankrupting a casino, like, basically making charities and running scams out of them and stuff like that. The dude did that shit constantly. Like, when even Robin Williams has to call him out during one of his comedy skits. Like, Robin Williams called his ass out, man. So did George Carlin. So did a few other people that are involved with him. There was more than enough reasons not to make him have any power in this country. No, it's not. It's not a... It will never be out of the people's control. Period. Like, yeah, we'll see things going, but eventually there just comes a tipping point. There comes a tipping point where all of us just kind of look at each other and be like, we're not the problem. And we will all look at the people that are running the show. You know, it's whether we decide to put our foot down or not, and it's whether they keep their control or not. Now, make this very clear. Putting our foot down doesn't mean violence. Violence is not always the answer. I know we like to think that it is here in America, but it's really not. You know what else is super funny? Is even with the so-called evidence they have of election fraud from 2020, they're still not even pursuing it. They're saying they are, but they're still not actually pursuing it. Okay, so we got all that done. We did make some fucking... It's never actually out of our control. Like, we just need to pay attention. We need to actually do research and make sure the right people that we have actually deeply investigated get elected. And then things can, you know, continue to change. And possibly change for the better. Sad part is you'll never know which way is the better. But that's the way they like it. Both sides like to walk on the edge of being the enemy. So in that case, what about Melania? She couldn't control it either. Neither could his two previous wives. Biggest question is why would you focus the blame that direction? Well, it's like, I find it hilarious that Clinton basically has... Yeah. See, and that's the thing. So, you remember that big hoopla that happened while Biden was in office? Where he was talking about how they wanted to change the retirement age and how they wanted to sunset Social Security and all that? And all of the Republicans called him a liar. It's funny because the same people that were screaming at him were the same ones that were passing around stuff and behind the scenes trying to talk about raising the retirement age, cutting back on Social Security, and sunsetting a couple of things. That's why he was like, if you want the evidence of it, just give my office a call. We'll send it over to you right now. Like, of exactly what these guys are trying to put out. And no one wanted to take him seriously on that. They all want to raise the retirement age. Trump wanted to cut back on overtime, especially during his first term. And then this term, he was trying to talk about no tax on overtime, but it was only no tax if you made over a certain amount. So even the people who are like, oh yeah, no tax on tip, they look and they read the details on it, and they're like, what the fuck, I wouldn't even qualify for this. And it's like, yeah, welcome to Trump's America. Well, luckily Ben Shapiro's not in our government, and I hope to fucking God none of y'all fucking vote him in, because I guarantee you that there are going to be a pile of fucking commentators and stuff that will eventually start running for public office. And I really hate to say it, I know for a fact that more than enough people are going to vote them in. So in that case, do you think Trump's actually done a hard day's work in his life? Do you think he's ever actually done anything? Like, he's literally always been the guy behind the desk. How quickly they changed their tune? J.D. Vance was one of the first people to call Trump Hitler. And then now he's on his knees and begging for it on a couch. So, same with Rubio. Rubio was one of the other people that were pushing against him like that. And now he's on his knees. Ted Cruz, the exact same way. Where is the strength in any of that? Oh, even better. Look at the way, really pay attention to the way that they are treating Marjorie Taylor Greene because she's putting her foot down about, like, sexual abuse. Like, look how they're treating her because there's a line that she didn't want to cross. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like the bitch. Like, I think she's straight up garbage, but on this point of things, she's actually on the right side. This is also the same lady that went on about Jewish space lasers. Yeah. So first off, I could probably bet my life on this. Trump is more than in those files. He was a customer, and he was a best friend who got freebies. You have the Johnson case in California that talked about her getting double teamed by Trump and Epstein. You had multiple other cases that are questionable, at least, because it sounds like they got paid off in the end. Yeah, some of the survivors right now, they're like, yeah, the times I interacted with him, he was fine. And then you have the other ones where like, yeah, no. It's like, and the whole, okay, so you didn't pay attention during the first term, okay? So allow me to paint a picture for you, right? For what happened during the whole Epstein trial and stuff, right? So, Epstein had a lawyer that got him a sweetheart deal in Florida so that he only had to go to jail for X amount of hours during the day, and then he was out the rest of the time. So he got the sweetheart deal, right? Later on, that same lawyer that represented Epstein represented or was a cross-examiner for a case against Donald Trump in California, right? Then you know who he puts in charge of, I want to say he was the chief of staff in his first term? The same fucking lawyer that got Epstein a sweetheart deal and basically belittled and treated a victim like they were shit until they withdrew their testimony because he labeled them a druggy prostitute. I don't know. Trust me. I know. But the amount of evidence that's out there and the amount of circumstantial evidence and the amount of multiple different layers of things that went on. So Alex Acosta, during his first term, was his chief of staff. He ended up having to resign because of the heat he got from the Epstein trials. So Alex Acosta was blatantly involved in everything to do with that, because he was the lawyer and he was defending Epstein. But the fact that later on he defended Trump against the same allegations during this whole time period, and then Trump runs for president and more of that starts hitting the wall again, and then all of a sudden Epstein dies in prison by suicide. No, Epstein didn't kill himself. Even his brother screams it at the top of his lungs. It's just one of those, like, we know that someone had him killed. the general public knows that it happened. I mean, do you need details? I'm saying, don't go off of what I say. Don't go off of anything I say. Take the time to go and look into all this stuff for yourself. Don't wait for a report to be handed to you. Do the research yourself. Learn to judge different places. Learn to see where the information comes from. Take the time to legitimately look into stuff like that. Every single allegation that I heard, I looked into. And I did it constantly for almost 10 years now. It's like, it's not it went well past being a conspiracy theory years ago. And people just don't want to pursue it, even though there's really easy ways to get the evidence and no one wants to do it. But the downfall is there is horrible, rich, abusive pieces of crap out there, and they all have a lot of power. And the sad thing is there's only so much you can do against them right now until you have enough backing to be able to push against it. Also, pay attention to the way people react. Pay attention to the way these politicians spin things. If you pay attention to that, you could probably never go wrong because you can see the blatant lies when they come out. All of its talking points from a lot of them. So that's the thing. It's like there's a lot of stuff like that it's like shallow water to run into. Like you're waiting for the pit in the end, you know. You think, yeah, this on the surface this seems great, and then you take a couple of steps and you're dropping 100 feet to your death. Like it's just one of those things where I don't know why that same bot still goes around fucking Kick. It's annoying. Like, I get it, I don't have that many viewers, but you don't have to come fucking, like, come spam follows on shit. But, so, there's a lot of things about immigration that I agree with. I do agree that people that are caught crossing the border need to get shipped out. I do agree that if you commit crimes in the United States and you're here illegally and you get caught, you need to be deported. But I also think that your visa status, your asylum status, and everything else that you probably did since you've been there to try to be on the books and try to be documented should be heavily taken into account. And that's the thing. Every time there's a talk of immigration, it's not about we need to fix it. Because there were people that were waiting 10 plus years to become a citizen or to like get certain approvals and stuff like that. Like, our system is shit. It's been shit. There was times where there's only like a handful of courts that are handling the immigration cases. So no, I get that. But you also have to understand that you cutting in line involved risking your life, bankrupting yourself, and coming over here to try to make up for it. the thing is like there's never an attempt to fix immigration. It's always turn it on, turn it off. That's how people think it goes. They need to focus on fixing the process, because it shouldn't take you 10 years to become a citizen. That should never take that long. Maybe a year of processing, a year of vetting, like actually like getting into the nitty gritty, finding out who you are, and then eventually like accepting you if you fit the criteria that we have. No, you're not rewarding it though. As I said, if you're caught crossing the border illegally, yeah, ship you back. If you're caught breaking laws here and you're illegal, go home. Like, get out. That makes total sense. That, and you know, I always, people will always give me heat about this, but I do firmly believe that you should learn the language of the country that you live in, because every other country in the world, if I immigrated into that country, I would be expected to learn their language as well as still knowing my own. They're not asking for a full revamp. You still need to have the levels of basic communication. It used to be really bad, where there was a lot of times where you couldn't actually converse with people because they didn't actually know English, like, or you didn't know their language. And it's one of those, it's gotten better, but it's like we still need to like make sure everybody is up to speed on the language. Like, I understand that completely. But the thing is John, a lot of the times whenever it comes to stuff like this, people act like they're Jesus or Mother Teresa and manipulate it to make it look like they're doing it for the sake of everybody else. The thing is immigration, so you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But those same low-paying jobs that they're giving to those immigrants, are you going to go do them? Am I going to go do them? The thing is for the longest time, the people who were screaming the most about the immigration were also the people that were employing the most illegal immigrants. Just think about it. All the farmers, all the meat chopping plants and stuff like that, all of them used to hire illegal immigrants all the time. Now, they would also support the idea of them becoming legal and not just kind of screw over their entire industry, but all of these companies were hardcore right-wing companies a lot of the time. Like, you look at the voting records of half the farmers and all those meat packing plants and the people like in those areas, they're all hardcore Republicans most of the time. So why is it your industry is so focused on having that if you're so upset about them stealing jobs? Yeah. Well, you should get paid what you're worth. Just in general. Like, and at the same time, you get started on like living costs and everything like that. It's because we constantly allow people to just fucking control their own markets. Because almost every time a rental place or a house or whatnot tells you, well, this is the going rate, this is the market. It's like, no, because that guy down there had it for this price last year. The taxes didn't change that much for it to go up to what it is now. Y'all have manipulated the market. And because we like to, you know, be capitalists on everything, we don't think, oh, hey, maybe we should set limits. You know there's beds upstairs, bro, right? Guess he got stuck. It's funny. The first term, he wasn't really that big on any wage increases or overtime, mainly because of the fact that he's always been a business owner and he doesn't like it. Oh yeah, we got 10 fish in here. Let's see what we get. Hell yeah. I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, Artisan and Ferocious, that's not too bad. Runner's real good on these because they're really good on transport. The rest of it's garbage though. I think those are okay. I mean, they're not crystal passives, so I'm not going to bother marking them or favoriting them. Let's do it again. I finally completed both lists, so that's nice. So you know what the funniest thing is their biggest fight against raising minimum wage was always that it would increase the costs of everything, right? Because it increases business costs having to pay your people more. And yet still, we're all suffering and dealing with inflation and paying more. Oh, I mean, now we're suffering from paying additional because of tariff increases on the cost of products. But yeah, we're all still paying more, yet there's not a pay increase. Weird, right? I was like, now don't get me wrong, there's a big part of me that looks at things and says, well, with half of the work that I'm seeing out of people nowadays, I wouldn't want to pay them that much anyways. But, yeah, we all need to start getting back into caring about what we do. Because a lot of people out there just do the bare minimum. And they don't. They're like, I don't get paid enough for this shit. Which no one does. No one actually does get paid enough to deal with the bullshit they put up with. No, you gotta play the numbers, man. There's ways that you can reduce it so it is no longer increasing. Inflation will always be there, but the question is whether it will continue to inflate. So if you can control that inflation to the point where it no longer increases, then you've stopped inflation. You're just stuck at where it was at the time when you stopped it. It's like the downfall is both the left and the right are heavily guilty of this. That back in like the 80s and early 90s and stuff like that, they mass produced money. So they ruined the value of the dollar in the first place. And then on top of that, they started doing more gaps on like unionized working. Because that's the whole point of a union, is just basically to have someone to fight for your ability to be employed and also fight for you to be paid the right amount. And you notice that most of the unions didn't support Trump. Not during the second term. Not during the second election. Another downfall about unions is they have corruption on all sides too. Yeah. But at the same time, those people don't really care about the jobs they're doing. We because of the fact that we've thinned out stuff so much, it's made it so that people don't specialize in anything anymore. There's no value behind it. There's people aren't striving to do better. They're not striving to be great. They're just doing it to make a paycheck because they don't believe in what they're working with. Okay. So let's see. What did I get unlocked recently? So I really want that. You would think I would want the gold coin thing, but I really don't care because I don't really bother me at all. It's like I'll just slap a bunch of cats in the in the farm so that I could just get a bunch of coins. Oh, that's a need. Okay, so how many? I only have 4, but that is needed more than anything else because the oil pumps, you can't really maintain them unless you have one of these. And God, I hate that grind. I hate having to get 200 of those things. That's why I am super waiting for, where is it? The PAL disassembly conveyor. Because you don't have to just go PAL by PAL and butcher them. You just line them, put them all into it, and it just grinds them all down, and you get all the stuff. So I'll be able to get rid of all the extra electrical PALs that I've got and get as many organs as I need. True. But the thing is so work ethic, being able to give a little extra at times that are a little bit more fitting, that was always something. Like, that was why you were getting paid, was because not only were you there to do this job, but, you know, if you could help here. But employers pushed that too far when they had to cut back during COVID, and they're like, well, one person can do these 4 jobs, so they fucked it all. Yeah, and I'll definitely say that Trump does not get a pass because of the pandemic. Mainly because he had word of it far before, like, whenever the first couple of infections started to spread. But he kept telling everybody, everything's fine. It'll be gone by summer. It'll do this. It'll do that. And it ended up just fucking being detrimental and just killing way too many people. And yes, some of the numbers are inflated because people were taking advantage of the COVID credits that were there, like the hospitals and stuff like that. But it's not nearly as inflated as people think. Like, it's literally just like, yeah, a good handful of these people didn't die to COVID, but we said they did, so we get more funding for it because we need the money for cleaning and everything else. Like, yeah, that was all fucked. But just in general, like, it's not it's not as bad as they all like to say it is. I was like, but he had a very substantial prior heads up knowing about the infection rate and everything else, because the rest of the country, I mean, not the rest of the country, but the rest of the world started locking down before we did. So yes, but he was handed a booming economy, Like, the economy was doing exceptionally well. And then he started doing his stuff, and things started to go downhill, and then COVID hit, and then things got fucking horrible. And then that horrible arch continued into Biden, and then past a certain point into Biden's presidency, you start to see it dropping really hard, and then all of a sudden it just, like, now it's starting to work its way back up. Now, fucking big companies telling you you're getting shit for cheaper when they're just cutting you out of a lot of the stuff that you used to get. Now, so let me say with that train of thought, if a person was on fire, right, and they were running at you, right, you're running away from them, you're trying not to get caught by it, but you could take something that would stop that fire from being able to spread to you and spread to the people around you. Because if that guy on fire comes up and grabs you and sets you on fire, and you go run back to people and you set them on fire, if you could stop that chain, why wouldn't you? I've gotten into fights and disagreements with people. The thing is there are certain jobs and certain professions that you should be required to have immunizations. Mainly, just in general, we had to deal with that growing up. You had to make sure to have your shots when you were going into certain schools because they were trying to make sure that the mass of kids won't get sick. Like, the fuck? Like, there are certain things that you need to make sure that there's a certain level of herd immunity. And the thing is people are all, like, up in arms about it here in America. That's like, the entire fucking world is doing this. It's not just us. This isn't some big conspiracy of control. It is literally the entire world locking down because there is a massive virus that is killing millions of people. Like, it wasn't something to be taken lightly. And the people who took it lightly, a lot of those people died. So, going into, like, if I was the guy making your food, right? And let's say you had the flu shot. Like, you had immunizations to something, right? But I didn't. You want me making your food? You want the guy who's around you whenever you're busted up from a car accident? Do you want that guy to be able to be carrying a virus that could complicate your medical condition at the time? No, you don't. So you kind of have to accept the fact, like, this entire country has been getting immunizations for the past 150 years, man. Like, it only had to be stepped up because the virus was so deadly. That is it. So people get all upset because they tell you, no, you can't come make my food and be all up in my face and dealing with my medical condition if you haven't had this shot, because this will make it so there's less of a chance of you passing things to me and complicating my shit. Oh, it's like, so in that case, isn't that for everything else too? Why do we fight cancer then? Why do we get hospital treatment in the first place? So, but another thing is, if you're going on the natural selection thing, what about if you've got a kid at home that has an immunocompromised system? and you get told that you need to take the jab so that you don't have a higher chance of passing it on to people who are around you. That's the thing. That's one of the things that people get so drastically wrong about this. Immunization is not about saving your life. It has never been about saving just your life. It's been about saving your life and the people around you. Because you don't realize that things pass quickly. Like, you don't realize that half the time when you rub your nose. That little rub on your nose can pass a virus to someone if you like come in contact with them. Now, the immunization is there to make it so that there's a lesser chance of you actually contracting the virus. So, like, it's to protect you and the people around you. Then people want to get all super uppity about that, and I will never understand it because I was watching people die. I worked in the hospital system. I did all this stuff for a while, and I know how a lot of people had to deal with that stuff. It's like I have my lovely girlfriend, her husband died from it. So it's just one of those, people don't factor in it's not just about you. It's about the people around you. So that means your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your grandparents. It means your aunts, your uncles. It means your coworkers, like all the people that are around you. When you fight against something that's like, you can blatantly, like, it's not like you couldn't see the vials as you were getting the shot. Like, you could fucking look at it while they were doing it. If they were putting chips and shit in you, we don't make them so small that you can't see them. That's not a very regular occurrence. People are all talking about, we're getting microchipped and shit, and it's like, no, y'all already did that when y'all started making fucking Alexas and stuff and putting them in your home. They don't need to microchip you now, because you literally tell them everything. So, you say that, but at the time of the pandemic, did you have enough money to live saved up? Or are you just getting into the thing? Did your parents have enough money saved up during that time? Like, that's the thing though. Yeah, unless you can work from home, kind of fucked. Because you're constantly in contact with people every single day. I don't even go out that often, and I'm in contact with people on a regular basis. Whether I'm in contact with the people I'm around, my friends, family, loved ones, or they are around other people as well, because the virus doesn't have to pass directly to the next person. That's the thing. It's like little contact with someone had a chance to like infect people. It even lived longer than most viruses on sterile surfaces. So it's like, at the same time, if you're also not working remotely or something like that, and you're staying home for 3 years, how are you living and paying your bills? You might have investments, but there will become, if you continue, a lot of people don't realize that you really need to cut back your level of living whenever you no longer have an income. So the question is whether a person has enough self-control to do that, and most people don't. Even if you're not, did you not listen to what I just said? Because it's not the direct person you're in contact with. Because this virus was able to last on surfaces for almost a week without dying. So that means that no matter what type of contact there is, if you're in contact with one person, they go out and they get in contact with 5 other people or 3 other people. So that's nice that you're good. But what about those people with kids? What about those people who live in, like, elderly homes? Like, what about the people who are having medical conditions and issues? As I said, the biggest thing is it was not about you. It was never about you. It was never about a person specifically. It was about making it so that we could all be relatively protected and limit the spread. I look at fucking measles, man. Like, the fuck? Like, I will always fight with people about this because I don't understand the concept of being... So you're not speaking for the masses. But the masses was the issue. That's why there were shutdowns. That's why we were forced to isolate. That's why we were separated. Because the masses were what the problem was. Yeah. You know what's really bad about the ventilator deaths? Is a lot of the times they were short or out of date. Like, we didn't have the medical supplies that were needed. So a lot of the times the people who got ventilators had already been dealing with the infection for an entire time longer than most of anybody else. We were short on medical supplies because we burned through so much of it in such a short time, dude. And the ventilator deaths, it wasn't because they gave them the immunization. Like, they died because the ventilator didn't help. Oh, I've got a new one now, don't I? I mean, that might be good. I don't think I'm gonna have them. Am I gonna have enough for that? No. Nope, 15%. See, but once again, as I said, it wasn't about you. The whole point wasn't to save your life. It was to help the people around you. That's why people keep fucking forgetting. Like, I don't give a shit what you do with yourself. Like, I understand that. But you get this to help the people around you. Because if you can stop spreading it to the people who might have an issue with it. Survival of the fittest also doesn't work either. Half of the most intelligent and most progressive people in our history and the history of the world were not the fittest. half the people that pushed us to the next stage of evolution were not the fittest. I don't want to do this. Do I want to... I'll probably start moving the base sometime tomorrow. Because I want to get rid of this base. Didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to. Kind of worked out, but I want to get rid of that base. And I might... Let's go move over to a spot that's got a bunch of oil and shit. So we're getting into the oil side of things. So you say that, but it literally takes minor contact for it to become an issue. Minor contact to spread. That's why it was so horrible, is because it spread so easily. So that's why I keep saying it's like it has nothing to do with you. It's just one of those, like, well, you know what? Maybe we should try to prevent it from spreading to everybody. Well, it's good to know you have such a wonderful social life. Nah, I'm just giving you shit. Are you still making fucking cakes? Alright, so I guess we're gonna make another one of these. You got kids, you got, you know, a significant other or anything like that, John? See, but that's the thing. When Trump came out with the vaccine, like when Trump was pushing to get it all developed, it was what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a bandage for a bit, but that's the thing, is it's kind of like fire. You have to smother the fuel to stop the spread. Like, you have to make sure that there's no oxygen. You have to make sure that it's smothered by water, you know, that type of thing. Do you go to the grocery store? Do you go anywhere? Do you go into a go through a drive-through? I do the flu shot if it's required. Like, if I need to be vaccinated to do a job, sure, why not? Whatever. You paying for it? Cool. Like, that's my stance on it. If you're paying for it, sure, I'll take it. Why not? It's like, yeah, I don't have enough for you to steal from me or influence or damage in my life, so I'm not really worried about it. It's like, but if it means that there's a chance that it reduces the spread and doesn't let it kill anybody else in certain areas or help to avoid people dying, I'm down. like we've had to be... We've gotten shots all throughout our life because of immunizations and everything like that. When you're born, when you get into school, when you get into certain jobs, when you go into different levels of school. A lot of them tell you you've got to have that stuff for you to be able to go to school. That's like, also, you realize what an immunization is, right? You realize it's just a component to make your immune system better. It's like taking a vitamin. God damn, bad rolls on all of these so far. What the fuck? It's because my Relaxaurus is fucking garbage. It's like, even though I caught like all those from the nest the other day, it's still like just garbage. I need to go catch different ones, because this is gonna get stupid. Ugh. The relax is logging foreman and glutton. Right, let's see. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. But at the same time, get a prick, have a chance to, you know, prevent a couple hundred deaths depending on your interaction with people, and possibly prevent your own. Or it goes horribly wrong and it kills you. It's like, which side of it has a higher chance of death? Is there a higher chance that this virus is going to wipe you out? Maybe. But at the same time, it's kind of like having a license to do certain jobs. It's like, you need to have that before you can do the job. So I will never understand people flipping out because they're like, well, the profession that I'm in involves a lot of face-to-face interaction with people and a lot of chance for spreading of the virus. I should probably get it so that I don't make things worse, or I don't make things in my life worse. But at the same time, like, you could say people don't trust big pharma. That's all well and good, but the time that it was coming out, it was asking MAGA if they trusted Trump's judgment on it too. And there is over 50 years of data on the flu shot. Also, over 50 years of data on the measles vaccine. Like, all of them. Now, the COVID vaccine at the time, yes, we were doing it on a whim and trying to get shit done. But, like, you had a lot better results than downfalls from a lot of them. Well, I mean, it is kind of under control now. There's still new, just like the flu virus, that new strains come out will probably be out like every year or every couple of months or something like that, depending on how fast a virus will mutate. But like, if everybody doesn't do it, then majority of people, have a chance to die from it. Like, are we looking for population control, or are we trying to prevent it from killing millions? Like, that, I think that's the biggest question here. It's like, I don't trust Big Pharma either, but I think they make more money off of me being alive than they do off of me being dead. Ooh. Okay, that one's not too bad. Not the best, though. Okay, so where was it? Over there. See, but that's why they required the immunizations for certain jobs, because they knew that if not enough people did it, it wasn't going to help, and they were just going to have an even bigger death toll on their hands. So, regardless of whether there is a paradise or not, which is always questionable on all ends, considering the fact that we see more than enough corruption and people getting used by stuff like that, yeah, but death means you don't play those video games, or at least that you don't remember any of the video games that you played. Oh shit, I didn't have stamina. Damn it. It's like, I get it, not having a fear of it, not having a negative viewpoint on it. But at the same time, a lot of people hold more value in things, in certain things or priorities, probably more than you do. Probably. I mean, you never know what's going to even happen just stepping outside your door, man. Where the fuck are these goddamn relaxed sources? Okay, I am in a spot that's supposed to have a lot of them. Nah, you're all good, man. I was actually basically having a bit of that conversation earlier today anyways. It's like I deal with that conversation every fucking day. Oh, no! Oof. Oof, that dealt a lot more damage than I thought it was going to deal. Damn it. I will just say from now on, definitely make sure to research people before you cast votes on them. Because regardless of what anybody says, your vote can matter. Let's see, that won't... What about the sand tornado? Oh my god, it just murdered all of them. Yeah, but see, that's the downfall, is people are running around with the mindset of it's not affecting me right now, so I'm not worried about it. When we need to actually worry about it because it hasn't started to affect us yet. You don't look at a flood and be like, oh man, it just happens to only be affecting that town in front of me and it hasn't gotten to me yet. I guess I don't have to worry about it. Get in the ball. I didn't want cows, but I saw cows, so I grabbed cows. My god is just a kid with a fucking magnifying glass. Yeah, but you can't do that if the flood's on its way. Like, I get it. You'll fish in the aftermath, but when you're in the direct line of fire of the flood, you can't just be like, oh, well, I'm going to go fish at this pond. No, because, like, you're going to get flooded out. See, maybe I can find that nest again. That would be awesome. Just get captured. I don't want to. I don't have an ability to deal just a tiny amount of damage to you. See? Almost kill you with one fucking shot. Guess that might work. No? Really? Get caught, bitch. That's what they all say. What, Reggie? What you doing, dude? Yep. Don't get me wrong, there's more than enough crazy shit that's going on. Oh, come on. Oh, hello. It's a shit one. Maybe I need to do that. I need to just breed Relaxoruses until they randomly get good passives. Yep. Really makes you think about the deaths of a bunch of the other celebrities and stuff out there that happened around the same time. Oh, damn. Murdered that one. Not my intent. How does that count as a critical hit? Shot him in his belly. Why are two Mamoras trying to kill each other? Okay, a winner comes home with me. Yeah, eventually it becomes a thing where you end up needing to upgrade. Don't turn around fast. There you go. Now get in the ball and stay there. Yeah, the guns can be OP, but they're it's very nice to have them. Especially the ball launchers. The ball launchers are the best. Especially if you get the higher level ones where you can catch like 30 or 40 cows at once if you needed to. And I still haven't caught a single good relax, which is annoying as shit, because I am all up in the area where they should be, but I don't have like my spawn rates all jacked up or anything. There's a good metal spot up here, like real damn good. It's tasty. Wow, that one was garbage too. Glutton and Slacker. Come on now. Just want to find like one really good relax. No, fuck. 2 pals on a road, double negatives? What the fuck? When she stops sucking, or when she doesn't stop sucking. plaster to the ceiling. Yep. Oh. Yeah, makes me think of that too. I don't know why I have it set up on the playlist with stuff like this, because I like a good jam feeling. As we be jamming. At this point, I'm considering transferring one of my relaxes from my other game, because that one has, I've got ones that have like 4 fucking crystal passives. Okay, so 2 shots. 3 shots is too much, so 2 shots only. Okay, one kinda okay trait. Noble's straight garbage. Why do I care about Noble? I don't. Yeah, well, maybe we'll go up there then.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control it in my bones. I'm coming for it, coming for it.
Oh shit, they're over there. Those are gonna be really high level. Fuck it.
I'm
At least it means maybe they'll survive an attack from this bird. Ooh, yeah, no, that thing will probably fuck me up. Just get in the fucking ball, bro. Like, damn, dude, you're like almost dead. If I shoot you, you die. So just stay at the goddamn ball. Damn it, you two! Stop it! Too many balls are going to waste during this. Son of a bitch. Now you did. All because you didn't just say, fuck it, I'll go with that guy. Dude, don't fucking hop out of that one, god damn it. I'm so tired of these things that have no HP left not dying, like, or not getting captured. Like, Jesus. Just fucking go. Yeah, that's the downfall. We focused on convenience instead of actually focusing on furthering us as a people. So now we have a bunch of spoiled brats who think that everything's at the tip of their fingers. People have no patience. Like, hey yo, I'm not here to fight with you. Leave me alone. Man, look, some leather. Looked like a treasure map for a second there. Fucking really, dude. Just get the goddamn ball. Swear to God, I'm gonna be so angry because I guarantee you I'm not gonna come back with a really good one. I mean, I might get lucky, but I doubt it. Just get caught, dude. Nope. I'll take you too. Why not? Okay, a little bit better on those, but not really that much better. How about you, Shrimmer Knock? Nope, just fine furs, nothing good. Got it. Really? What's like the point, dude? Just fucking get caught. They're so resilient. Still garbage.
Watching as I suffer.
God damn it, really? Just get the fucking bowl. Double check on these guys. Hopefully they started to get enough food built up so that we can just craft a bunch. Yeah, okay, so they started bulking up. There's quite a bit of pizza left. Nice, that's not a bad one. Not that great, but not bad. An RS, that's not too bad. Ooh, something I don't have. Excellent. I still haven't finished that. Damn. Alright then. Damn, y'all just keep getting all the fucking stuff. How many fucking cakes do we have? God damn. I share some of the love over here, man. Megan, let's see. We can get 4. That's the goal. Okay, that ain't too bad. we running low on eggs? Makes no sense. Don't I have to? Oh, great. I really gotta make sure my chickens don't have that. God damn. Everybody in this group is definitely not a fighter. Okay, so let's see. I have one chicken there. I don't really need the wool right now. There's not another chicken on here, so... Let's have a look. Let's see if any of them can replace it. Some of the worst rolls I've ever gotten on these guys. Holy shit. Worst shit ever. That's annoying. so low on eggs. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. It's been a good night. Make sure to come back and see me again. Remember, keep on surviving, and I will catch y'all next time. Have a good night.